Oh my.
We're rolling.
Jesse.
Wow.
Oh my God.
You're the nicest man
No,
ever.
he's so nice, and I'm so like, you have no idea. Like, I'm so rude. Like, I take out all my anger on Jesse and Chris. It's not their fault. Like, it's
Well, Chris deserves it, so it's fine.
like, well, Chris,
He can handle it.
no, he doesn't. Yeah, that's true. No, I'm just kidding. No, but like, I'm so rude sometimes because I'm a moody gal, and Jesse gets the brunt of it.
I'm
But
a hangry gal.
I'm so hangry.
So hangry, and like I was like, he's like, do you need anything? I'm like, a Coca-Cola. He goes, okay. I was like, or water, like whatever's easier. I didn't mean to like throw you off.
Thanks, Jesse.
No.
Well, okay, they do not provide. I mean, they didn't even want to provide me a real studio today. They don't provide waters for our guests, and it's always embarrassing because they have these like tiny, really bad waters. And I'm like, I like judge a podcast by the beverage they give me when I do it. Mm-hmm. And so, thank you, Jesse, for upholding my honor.
And yeah, your standard. Truly.
Yeah, my standard. Like, if it were up to me, we'd have like Dom Perignon, like martinis, like whatever. But instead, we have a Coke from a vending machine.
A full Coke in a bottle.
Yeah,
This
pretty
is
good.
Special.
Ciara, welcome to Office Hours.
Oh my God, thank you.
Thank you for
having me.
I was just saying, I mean, I literally had to book you on my pod to see you. You're a busy gal.
Trying to be.
You're booked and busy.
Yeah, I mean, it's been all good problems, but like literally I'm trying to come down from it all, and I just cleaned my house after like 4 months of just nonstop go. So
Because you do the show, you model, you're a nurse, you do brand deals, and you have a podcast.
Well, yeah, my podcast is on hold at the moment, but because I have so much going on, I went back to nursing this year. Loading. Thoughts on that? I don't even know why I did that to myself. And then, yeah, I ended up filming, Traders this year. And so
much.
And then SummerHouse. And then
so much.
Yeah.
So what does that look like when you go back to nursing? Like, how does that even, you just get some hours, you do, like, how, like, explain.
So I went PRN at the beginning of the year because I was like, I feel like I need something to just like keep my feet on the ground in this industry. I was like, not that I was getting lost, but I was like, I just need to go back to my roots for a second. So I went back to my hospital in Atlanta, and I was like, my manager there, I was like, will you please hire me like PRN, like on an as needed basis? I'll work like whatever the minimum is just to like keep me current and active at that hospital. She's like, yeah, sure. Like, come on back. So I like work in the ICU there, but it's like been kind of like a culture shock going back because I'm like, this feels so different than, 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, or however, like I was out for probably like almost close to 2 years, but it feels so crazy. And I worked all throughout the pandemic, but and then after I took a break, but yeah, you just go pick up some hours and 12-hour shifts, but I was working like I would work like 3 12s because I need to do like 3 12s every like 6 to 8 weeks or so to keep, like stay current. And yeah, it's definitely harder than I thought it was going to be.
Do people recognize you?
Yeah.
Is that hard?
I hate that. I hate that because we're in the ICU. I never want to be like, hey, it's me. Like
someone's leg is broken. They're like, wait, are you?
They're literally, I had this woman, like, because you have to answer beeps. Anything that's beeping, you got to go and answer it like right away. So I like go into this woman's room. She's not my patient, but like her mom is in the ICU, and like the IV pump was just beeping. So I was going in there to see like what it was, turn it off, or like fix whatever it was. And the daughter was sitting there, and she's like in tears, like crying, like her mom is sick.
Right.
And like I walk in, and she goes, she goes, I know you. And I was like, hi. And I just like turned the beep off, and I was like, do you need anything? She's like, no. And I just walked back out, and I was like, I just even hate that. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, not that I'm like, I never want to take away or like be a distraction as to what's going on in the unit. But honestly, like these people I was with them like when I first graduated nursing school, and like, that's
your other nurses, so that they're not like starstruck by you.
No, I mean, because at this particular hospital, I mean, that's where I like graduated and went straight out of nursing school too, and like right into that ICU. And I worked with them like before all of SummerHouse.
So they're like, we know you.
Yeah, I was like a 22-year-old new nurse going out till like 3 in the morning, waking up at 6 a.m. going into my nursing shift, like being crazy, like just moved out, like that type of crazy early 20s type of stuff.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, you're the exact same. I go out way less, but way more responsible.
That's interesting that you felt the calling to go back to it. I mean, I think that's amazing. Like, shout out every single nurse. You are the most amazing people. It's interesting you felt the call to go back to it, to feel the need to be like, just like something different. I get that. I mean, I'm obviously not on TV, but we work in similar fields.
Right.
And sometimes I'll hang with my friends from college who just are in such different world, and it makes me feel, I mean, I'm not in any way comparing that to nursing, but it just, you need a little bit of that like
it's
realness.
Grounding.
It's grounding.
Like, it's like your roots. It's like before, because it is like entertainment, and like in this industry, I just feel like there's a lot of facades going on. And that to me is like, it's hard for me to buy into it fully. And so I find myself like feeling lost, and like in a room full of crowded people, I'm like, I don't know if I belong here. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, so it helps to kind of go back home, and I can kind of play in between, but also it kind of gives me the confidence to exist better in that world and in the world of like entertainment and, you know, in this industry. So
no, I think it makes you so cool. Like, you're a qualified professional, and which is honest, in a very giving job. And I mean, it's amazing. It really is, because it can get so much.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find myself like, I'll say something so related to like the internet or influencing life, and I'm like, oh my God, like there is literally, this is not anything serious, and I just need to like touch grass, like truly. And so that's amazing you have that. Okay, I'm like fascinated by everything hospitals, medicine, doctors and nurses, because I watched a lot of ER as a child. But, you know, those TikToks that are like, as a blah blah, this is something I would never do. Are there any things that as a nurse you would never do?
You know what? I also want to get on TikTok more, because there's so many things that I'm like, I need to just like be a blabbermouth, but I'm so like shy, and I don't, not
Tell
shy
us now.
but I'm just like so I'm like, I don't want to be picked apart any more than I already am. So I'm like, but I'm going to be more active on TikTok to tell people like certain things. This is what I think is crazy. When you're scrolling on TikTok and you see people and like videos of, you know, patients, like people and their loved ones half the time, because I feel like it's family members and or friends, and they're taking pictures of, you know, their loved ones in the ICU, you know, vented, tube down their mouth, like wires coming out of every which way. Obvious, like these patients are like obviously in the most vulnerable state that they've ever been in. I think it's crazy that people take pictures and videos to showcase online. And I get like some people are asking for prayers and thoughts and like giving updates and stuff, but I honestly think it gives me chills, because I think it's absurd. I think it's crazy. I think phones don't belong in the hospital, period. I have a hard time even just filming myself taking like just a selfie in the mirror of myself, no patient information or anything, but I just feel like it's so intrusive. The patient can't consent to that. Also, like, would you really want to be plastered on the internet with a fucking ET tube down your throat and wires coming out of your body, and like you're not yourself? Like, that's not how people know you as. I think it's so I'm like, not everything is meant for consumption.
Totally. And the hospital is like a sacred place for healing. And obviously, sometimes they're asking for prayers and whatnot, but it's like that mom, I think she was on that show. She got famous for doing when her baby
was in the NICU?
Yeah. And she was like doing the dance, and she was like, whatever the son's name is, like, and she was literally doing this, and like, and it was a day after she was like in the NICU, and everyone was like, what are you doing? And then she was on that mom talk show, wasn't she? And she was explaining okay, I did the dance.
Mormon wives, secretly,
yeah. And everyone was like, yeah, what was that about? And she kind of like explained herself, but it's like, truly, like, and who am I to judge? I don't have a child. I get that. If dancing after your child is in the NICU is how you're coping, that's fine. But I agree with you. I'm just like, we don't need to film everything. It's truly fine.
We don't need to film everything. I think like also there's so much going on, and also not that it's embarrassing, but it's just I would not want to wake up from whatever state that I'm in and see that like, oh, my family has put me all over the internet, or my friends. Yeah. Like, don't you fucking dare. This is a warning call if I ever am like vented in the ICU somewhere.
God forbid.
God forbid. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Are there any like things that you wouldn't do because of certain accidents you've seen in the ICU? Like, would you go on a motorcycle? I have. I'm now so scary though. I'm scared of like certain things. It's like I'm so not invincible. Right. Yeah, like ATVs, and you know, my mom's a nurse, and she was crazy when I was growing up. Like, I could not go on trampolines. Right. I couldn't go on ATVs. I couldn't anything that was like motorized. No, the answer is no.
even just driving in the car with my friends, she was like, nope. Like,
it's so dangerous. It's so scary. I know. I'm so risk averse. I'm so afraid of accidents. Like, I've never been on a motorcycle. I've never been on a trampoline. Like, I probably never will.
Oh,
like,
really?
I'm just like so afraid. So I like,
so trampolines are the one little thing where I'm like, I love them, but no. What is another thing? Maybe just
cutting bagels, they say, is a big thing for cutting
knives. Yeah,
no,
knives.
That's the number. Okay, I read once that avocados are the number one thing that people cut themselves on when they go to the hospital. It's number one avocado and number two is a bagel.
That's
tough. Both delicious.
Damn, I don't eat bagels, but
there you go. Oh,
or you just get a bagel slicer.
Why do you hate bagels?
I've got a wheat intolerance a bit.
Oh, okay.
So like eating a bagel gives me an extreme wheat.
So that
belly.
would be like a wheat explosion.
Like, it's so heavy. I'm like, how do you guys eat this much bread in one sitting? But scooped out, not bad.
Scooped out, not bad. Very Bethany Frankel, just scooped out.
Yeah.
Are you dressing up for Halloween this year?
I am on the fence. It's the 9th. I'm thinking about it. I'm trying so hard. If Heidi Klum listens to this, I'm trying to get invited to her party.
You can go to that.
Because I want to go to her party so bad.
Is it in New York?
I don't know, but I'll go.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like she listens to this podcast.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can go. I feel like that's one publicist call away.
Okay.
Like, you're famous. You can go. You're on TV. Yeah.
Well,
I think that's it.
But
so if you were going to go, what would you be? You need a really good costume.
I know, but I would do prosthetics. I'm bringing someone in.
And look like
we're getting
kind of
scary.
Like,
we're getting scary.
I have two best guy friends and I wanted to be challengers. Like, and I would be Zendaya and they would be like the guys. And they were like, oh, so we just act obsessed with you all night. And you wear a tennis outfit, and I was like, pretty much. And they were like, we need to rethink this, actually. But that was my idea. So
challengers is cute. What would you wear?
I would wear like the pink juicy thing that she wears in the thing, and then I was like, and then you guys just be next to me the whole night. And they were like, okay, this is like a weird sick fantasy you have. And I was like, maybe. But yeah, I love Halloween. I want to go. It falls on a weird day. It's like, what is it, Thursday this year? So it's like all the parties are going to be before, which is fine. There's always so many in New York.
Or it's like they're going to, Thursday you start Halloween, Friday you keep it going, Saturday.
Yeah, so it can go both.
Yeah.
Halloween is like a week long at this point.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite look from one of the SummerHouse themed parties? I feel like you're always best dressed.
Thank you so much. I try so very hard, but honestly, I really put everything together very last minute.
I was going to say, how much warning do you get on the themes? Like, not that much?
It depends. At most 2 weeks.
Oh, whoa.
But like not. We try to like figure out what the themes are going to be at the beginning of the summer, but
so you can plot it out.
Yeah, but we have a hard time agreeing on like what what's actually going to work, but also what's going to be like visually aesthetically pleasing to the camera, and like how can we juice it up? So it depends, but I'm so last minute and I'm such a procrastinator that I like just can't.
You can't be bothered.
I can't.
That's what Amazon is for.
And but you have
Amazon
to order
Prime.
by Tuesday to get it to the Hamptons by like Friday, Saturday.
Yes.
And a lot of times I even miss that Tuesday deadline. So I'm like just trying to get shit shipped to my house. But this year we have a couple parties where I
came
feel
to one.
like, oh yeah, you did.
For like 5 minutes.
Was that 4th of July?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 4th of July is our weakest party, but like there are like 2 parties that we had this summer where I'm like, me, Amanda, and Paige hosted a party. Whatever. You guys will figure it out. And then I made up another character this summer that honestly, I think he's so funny.
Okay.
And like, I don't know what it is, and I literally thought of it like maybe 2 days before, ordered everything on Amazon. And there's something about me putting on a wig and getting into character that like
I'm here for it.
It's actually sick. I literally snap into character so hard and I can't get out of it until I'm out of costume. And he's a hoot. So
I can't wait to meet him.
I can't wait for everyone to meet him, because I'm like, should I make this a bit? Like,
yes,
lean in.
You should lean in. Once you've introduced him to the world via the show, you should bring him back on TikTok and like make a TikTok
series with him.
Yeah, there's a series with him.
I feel like there's so many scenarios that I could like put him into real life, and it's just
that's funny.
I'm like, do I have the balls to do that?
Yes,
like, it's so silly. It's just so silly. So hopefully people like him. Hopefully people aren't offended by him. That's the other thing, because he's kind of crazy.
That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there do you guys have a group chat with all of you? I would pay so much real money to know the breakout group chats, the side group chats, because there's got to be so many different side ones.
There's a lot of definitely.
Is the main one with everybody on it lively when you're not filming?
No.
Okay.
We'll send updates, whatever, but like I typically never reply into that group chat because I just like I hate group chats, but
you're not an on your phone person, are you?
I'm on my phone, but I'm not replying. Like, it's so bad. I get anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, then I haven't replied in like 2 days. Then they hate me. I'm like, I'm convinced that they hate me. So I might as well just like dig myself deeper into the hole and not ever respond, or just be like, hey, so sorry, do you still hate me, whatever. But no, I really don't reply in the SummerHouse group chat. Then there's like breakoffs, like obviously me, Paige, and Amanda have one. Me, Paige, Amanda, and Kyle have one. I think that one's named like, what did Kyle named it, like 3 chicks and a dude or something, like and it's like little chickens and
cute
him. That's a good one because Kyle will like sound off in that one a lot and send us. He sounds off in voice notes.
I love a loaded voice note.
So whenever we get voice notes, just know that you need to clear 5 minutes off your schedule because he's got note after note after note after note. So
it's a mini podcast.
Yeah.
I love that. Do you have a love-hate relationship with social media?
Yeah.
Yeah,
extremely.
Okay, I kind of sense that.
Yeah,
because you're good at it, and everybody, like every time you post, everyone's like, "Oh my God!" Like, and you are so good at Instagram.
Oh my God, thanks.
But I kind of sense that you are like,
it gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you opened up this can of worms. This is my thing. I'll be honest. Like a lot of people do, and I feel like people want stuff from me, but maybe it's like with SummerHouse and like when that airs and like kind of like the ridicule that you get, like you get positive stuff for sure, but I think like the ridicule is a little bit louder. Like that makes me so self-conscious where I'm like, I don't need to like subject myself to this even more than I'm like kind of getting paid to do. Then it's a point where I'm like, well, I do want to be open and honest. And I do feel like I am like a super open, honest, laid back type of person. And I do want to keep things close to my chest, but I also want to like make people aware of certain things. And like, I want people to know me, but I just go back and forth. And I am also a perfectionist where I like want certain things to look a certain way. So I'm really hard on myself, which it holds me back because I'm like,
No, of course.
I don't know how to balance the two, and which is obviously a conversation for me and my therapist, which we're working on, but like it's
hard. I mean, I think like Bravo fans go so hard, but the criticism that you guys receive is so pointed and crazy and detailed that it would give anyone pause. Like, oh, I don't want to share more of you. You're already giving so much of yourself and like offering yourself up to be, criticized and whatever. So it's like, it's a lot. It's like, why I can imagine by the time filming is done, you're like, I'm going to put my phone over here and go back to the real world and with my real friends and not have every little thing I do be scrutinized.
Right.
But at the same time, people love you. So it's like, it's hard. How do you balance that?
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? What do I do? I'm like,
no, it's tough. It's like, it's the same with any person who lives their life online. It's like, how much do you give? And and you can feel resentful because, if you do give so much and then people are, go off on something, you're just like, what the hell? Like, I just am trying to give people the links they want for the dress or whatever. It's like, why is this becoming such a thing?
Yeah.
Do you think social media has made dating harder?
Mm-hmm. I think the show has made dating harder. Yeah. Social media has made dating harder. These aren't the same men that went to war. The pool is just, vile.
No, it's tough.
It's I don't know what I'm doing out here. Honestly, lately I'm just like, if I'm alone for, the foreseeable future for a while, I could be cool with that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine actually sharing my one bedroom with anyone. Like that to me is like, not in New York City.
No, it's crazy.
So yeah, I'm convinced that for right now I'm going to be alone and that's okay. And like I'll date people, but like,
where do you usually meet guys? Like apps?
I hate apps. Can I curse? I've been cursing.
Oh, stay cursing.
Okay. I have Raya, but that's like the only one. I do my little daily like, but
no, it's
what is wrong with Raya? Like, I think it's so awful. I'm not paying any more than the $20 I'm paying right now.
No, all apps are so bad. I'm actually thinking about deleting all of them because it's at the point.
You delete and reload. Is that you?
No, I haven't, but I do long stints of not doing them.
Yeah.
And because I'm like, they don't really add to my life. They honestly make me feel more depressed, not about my own life, but about the state of the world. Like I feel very depressed. Like with the people that I see, they depress me. And you know, they're stupid, boring prompts that they're answering. Like those bum me out. And then like I do once in a while go on a date from them, but I've never slept with someone from an app, let alone like dated them seriously. So it's like clearly that's not my thing. Like I've always met people in real life through friends, at a party, whatever. So I'm like, why am I putting myself through this?
Right.
That being said, I do have several friends who have gotten married from apps, but it was back in the day.
Back in the day.
It was before. It was like 10 years ago or whatever. And now they're just like validation stations. People are just
dopamine hits,
all wrong. I'm just kind of over them.
I met a girl last night. She met her boyfriend she's been dating for like 3 years now on Raya. And she's like, honestly, like I wasn't expecting it. And she's like, I had given up. And I was like, okay, so the key is to give up.
The key is to fully give up,
and then maybe I will find someone. But no, you're right. I just feel like there's so much access, and like
it's too much access.
Yeah, and I don't like. Was it? Well, I feel like it was you that sent that.
I sent
TikTok.
You the thing.
Yeah,
no, because I wanted to discuss it. It's like
guys aren't meant to see this many hot bitches. Like,
it was like back in the olden days they would see 200 baddies in their whole life, and now
in their whole life,
and now it's like they are desensitized to it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll have conversations with my guy friends where I need to check them, where I'm like, you need to check yourself. They'll be like, oh, well, her hair wasn't perfect, or she didn't have like veneers, so I just didn't. And I'm like, you are a 4 at best. Like, this is insane. You think that you have access. They're so delusional. They think that they
so
can
fucking delusional.
Bag like these hot girls because there's so many hot girls on Instagram.
And then they fucking do them dirty because you think you're going to get another bitch who's badder, which it's like at one point we all start to even out, but also at the same time it's like this is my thing. I always say your resume is fucking trash on paper and in real life.
Exactly.
Your resume is trash for you to be talking like this, sounding like this, and acting like you have so many options available to you.
No, it's crazy.
I was like, first of all, you can't look like that and have a trash resume and expect to bag a 10 every time. You're funny. You're not that fucking funny.
No, it's
at all.
It's the audacity. The audacity is crazy. I just feel like it's so imbalanced. Like, I know so many hot girls who are really funny, smart, and cool. Like,
and have great resumes.
And have great resumes. And I meet like so many. I every time I go out, I feel like I meet a girl where I'm like, you're so cool. Like, you're amazing.
Yeah.
And I just do not have that experience with men. Even
guys.
In a friend way. Like, I'm just like, I don't meet that many men where I'm like, whoa, I'm blown away by you.
Right.
I meet girls all the time where I'm like, you did what? Like, you're a nurse and a model and you're on TV. And I'm like, and also like, what? And I just don't run into guys who are like doing all that.
Yeah. And notice how the confidence, like girls, and we still are like second guessing ourselves
all the time.
Having imposter syndrome.
No, it's crazy.
And I was like, and this guy's walking in with a piss poor resume, not that cute, and like confidence off the charts. I'm like, which is fine. Honestly, I'm happy that you have that confidence, but somebody's got to knock you off your pedestal a little because you're not the almighty.
No, truly. Are most of your friends in relationships or single? And is it different in New York and Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta relationships. Everyone's in relationships. Maybe except like 1 or 2, and then here, like my best friends like are a married couple, and honestly, like our New York group, everyone's in a relationship.
Damn, is that hard?
And
I feel like it's hard to be the only single one sometimes.
Well, it's like it's funny because there's like another single guy, so it'll be me and him. And I'll just be like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, like we went to a wedding in LA, in California a couple weeks ago, and literally everyone was married. Yeah. Everyone was married or in serious relationships. And I was like going to talk to like the bride's parents and whatnot. And I was like, oh my God, so happy we're da-da-da. And she was like, oh my God, who are you dating? She's like, oh my God, we should get you. She was like, we're going to find you the one. But it was literally every conversation that I was having with people. And it wasn't even, I love her family, the sweetest. But it's like every conversation that I had with everyone at that wedding, and I told them I was single, they were like, oh my God, you should date the one other single guy here at this wedding. I was like,
it's so offensive when people do that.
I'm not. Also, I already dated him, but second of all, I was like, I'm not sad. I'm fine. I was doing fine until you were like, oh,
No,
You're single.
people patronize single women so much, and it's actually crazy. I go to so many weddings, and that they're like, "Oh, are you still single?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then they're like, "There's one guy. He's over there. He's single." And I'm like, "Okay, this isn't musical chairs."
No,
like,
literally.
I don't get why you would think that I would automatically want to date him just because he's single. That's literally insane.
No.
And I bet you they're not saying that to the guy, which is the most frustrating thing.
I literally pulled my best friend aside and go, am I crazy? Because I've had 5 different people try to set me up with this guy at this wedding who's in our friend group. So obviously I know him. What?
No,
also,
crazy.
I know for a fact, are people bringing up me to him like this? I wonder. Because honestly, my resume is better than his too. So what? Like,
I know. And the worst thing is I don't even think guys like care about our resume. That's the crazy part.
They don't. No.
They literally, it's like a primal thing. They're like yes or no. And that's what's so weird and sad. And I was having dinner with my guy friend this past week, and he's successful. He's a catch for sure. And he was like, "Do you have anyone to set me up with?" And I was like going through all my girlfriends, and they're like, I was like, "She is like went to school here, and she's this, and she's a lawyer. I have this one, and she's like an exec here." And it was just, can I see their Insta? Can I see their Insta? Can I see their Insta?
No.
And I was like, dude, like you are
can I see their Insta?
I was like,
but past a certain point, do you realize like you have to have a conversation with these people at the end of the day? Like,
no,
you have to be able to like.
And also, it is just a vibe. At the end of the day, like there has to be a vibe between two people. And like I do believe in setups. I've had boyfriends from setups, but in order to do a good one, you actually have to think, will these people mesh? Like, could they get dinner? Could they talk? Is there energy? Is there chemistry? Because at the end of the day, it's not just like a list. And I think that that's what dating apps get wrong, is that you can say, oh, this person likes dogs, goes to the beach, and likes music, and think that you're automatically going to work.
Match,
it's like, that's literally insane. That's not how humans work at all.
No.
That's not how we work for friends. Why would that be how we work for, it's just like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. No. Honestly, I'd love to trash dating apps. Like, I just, also take some of the pressure off. Like, these apps, it's, also people have fun with them.
Have fun with them. If you're, do it for a few minutes a day, whatever, but if people act like we have gotten rid of bars, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's still bars, there's still dinner parties, there's still coffee shops, there's still parties with friends. Yeah. Don't think that just because we are on our phones the whole time, just put your phone down and look up. Like, it's just about being flirty in real life.
What's your view on, like, do you feel like girls should approach, guys should approach, like, trick them? Like,
I will say that I know a lot of men out there are confused on if they're allowed to.
They're so confused. Why are they so confused?
I don't know. I think you guys can still hit on us. Just do it in a respectful way.
Right.
We absolutely still want to be hit on in bars. It's just doing it in a respectful way. I think also it's a lot about energy. Like, I am so cognizant that sometimes I have resting bitch face and I can look very standoffish. If I'm at a bar, like, you look over and I'm hunched over with my friend.
Totally.
I look like a witch over a cauldron, and I'm like, okay, no wonder no guys are coming up to me. But I wish more guys would approach and just be like, hey, what's up? Just be respectful. It's not that difficult. And honestly, I don't buy the thing where guys are like, oh, I don't even know. Are we allowed to hit on you anymore? Yes, just like use your brain and don't be like gross about it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I get like guys are also afraid of rejection.
For sure.
But
we all are.
Yeah, like we all are. And I'm definitely not the girl that's like, approaching guys left and right, which that's like been like a New York versus like this my southern upbringing, where I'm like, I can't bring myself to like waltz over to a guy and be like, hey, what's up? Like, I can't do that. And I'm even working, like, my girlfriend talks about like being in your feminine energy and just like making eye contact, like like literally putting your shoulders back, making yourself physically open for someone to approach you. And she was like, you're doing your part just by doing that. That makes it easier for them, because she's like, rejection is a thing, but guys are also not approaching as much back in the olden days. Not like we were there, but
can we talk about the feminine energy thing? Because I have the hardest time being in my feminine energy. Like, I want to step into it more, but I'm just so like, I'll take care of myself energy, and I need to stop, but I literally don't know how to tap into it.
It's like when you have been single and you live alone and you provide for yourself, and like you actually don't need anyone, and you can do all those things, and you.
So do I pretend?
I am like the same way. I'm very independent, but I recognize that there's like a hyper independence where like if you don't make room for someone to be in your life,
that's true.
Then like you have to make room for men because they're soft and they're sensitive. Sorry guys. But like you have to make room for them. Like you have to make them feel like, you know, they can add value to your life. And honestly, there is shit that I don't want to do. So there is something that somebody can do for me.
I have light bulbs that need to be changed. Right. Okay. There are suitcases that need to be dragged.
No.
And like
that's so me. When like, I'm around my friends, like my New York friend group, I love because they like the guys in the group. No, Ciara's not carrying her bags. Ciara's probably not putting her card down. I will Venmo after, but I'm not putting my card down. Also, like if there's something I'm very like they're like, oh, she's a princess. Yeah, I am to you. To you, I am. Yeah, because there's things that you should be doing of just course. To be chivalrous also. Like, and I love being like, oh my God, the service here is so great when like the guys are carrying my bag or whatever. But even like a guy that I'm dating, I'm like, okay, you can take my trash out. Like, okay, do this. I will make up bullshit stuff just for them to do. Just to like
guys
make
love doing little errands for you,
but they really do love doing tasks for you.
I know.
Literally,
it's so nice.
A guy that I used to date, I still sent. Oh my God, he's in our friend group. I still make him do little tasks.
Hell yeah!
Like when we were in California for the wedding, I texted him. I was like, I might need a favor, and like, but I'll see depending on like how I'm feeling. He texted me the next day and was like, what's up? Do you still need the favor? And I was like, yes, like yeah, follow up because
follow through.
You know, I don't know, feminine energy. I'm a big believer in like sometimes just relax and like have to tell myself to like literally relax and let someone else do it. It's not going to be done exactly how I want it to be done, but that's okay.
It's so true.
You know,
let someone else do it for you. I know I need to like unclench my asshole and a little bit do that more because I'm so like, I'll do it. I'm like, if you want anything done, do it yourself. But sometimes it's so nice just
but like start with the most minuscule task.
Yeah. And just let them.
I know. Or it's just like, oh, I love flowers.
Yeah, I know. Like, the guy I was seeing this summer was actually really good at that because he was very masculine and he was very like, he was good at doing the task. He was like, oh, I'll take out the trash. You know, that stuff goes a long way, you guys.
Long way.
Just doing that stuff, like picking up something heavy, like moving, you know, getting the suitcase, whatever it is, just do that. It goes a long freaking way. Because independent girls, we need that treatment too.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a boss doesn't mean I don't want the door open for me.
And I am a gentle princess.
I'm a gentle,
and also a boss.
I swear to God, the most hyper independent girls who are boss bitches, we're the most sensitive inside.
So I'm a crybaby.
Oh my God, me too.
The biggest crybaby. And it's like I can't do it all by myself, but like I don't wanna. And honestly, power to the female, all of that. Like, have a baby by yourself and do whatever fits for your life. But at the end of the day, I really don't want to do this shit by myself my entire life. I don't.
No, for sure.
I don't. And I'll make that very clear. Like, but also, I also had to like relax on that. But being in New York makes a dog out of you. Like, makes you a fighter, you know?
Well, that's the thing is it will take a hyper independent girl and it hardens you.
Yeah.
In a way that is really cool because then you go out to other places in the world and you're like, wow, I am so capable. I can do anything. And it does really build your self-confidence, but it makes you it had that hard shell.
Yeah.
So it's both. I don't know.
And maybe you need a guy that's like, sit down. I don't care. Like, can like kind of tell you what to do a little bit to a certain extent. That's what I love.
That's all I've ever wanted is a guy to be like, that's enough. Like, I'm like, because I don't have that in my everyday life. And in my everyday life, I am very dominant and what have you. And it's like, I always use this as an example, but like, whatever you think about her, like think about Taylor Swift. She's like a billionaire. She's probably one of the most popular performers in the world. Who did she end up dating? Someone who is super masculine, who's kind of like out alphaing her, and it kind of makes sense why that works because she probably wants to feel, she's probably so tired of feeling like the most important person all the time. And I'm not saying that Travis is more important than her, but I'm saying that like dynamic of feeling like, you know, you've seen all those videos of her like running into her arms and like feeling like
just like the little girl. Like,
exactly.
That's like all that.
That's all we want.
We all just kind of go back to like our child self, and like it is like you want a protector.
You want to be taken care of.
Yeah, you want a protector and you want a provider, and like yeah, so I get that. It's just,
Yeah.
we just got to chill out.
We gotta chill. Okay, switching gears. Yes, switching gears to a few pop culture stories.
Okay.
The Metropolitan Museum and the Costume Institute shared the 2025 theme Superfine Tailoring Black Style. That's so cool. And the co-chairs will be A$AP Rocky, Pharrell Williams, Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, we're talking about like vintage African American like black style. Is that what it is?
It says which draws inspiration from Monica L. Miller's book Slaves to Fashion, Black Dandyism and the Styling of Black Identity.
I die. I kid you not. I'm in the car last night on my way home and I was like, I honestly want to like start digging deeper into like black fashion looks and kind of like experimenting with them like for my own personal look, because I think
so cool.
Ralph Lauren has like for the first time a black creative director, and like he's bringing back like old Negro styles from like old Negro sports style, and it's so cool.
So cool.
And like the fact that this is now the Met Gala, oh my gosh, it's
That's
gonna
actually
be so fun.
an amazing theme.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I love it.
I'm so excited.
Ugh,
Oh, I can't wait
Lewis
to see the lookbooks.
Oh my God.
I know, and A$AP Rocky, that's so good.
Coleman Domingo also.
Oh my God, Coleman Domingo.
Yeah, wow.
That man kills every red carpet look
No.
ever.
I mean,
He attended his first Met Gala earlier this year too, which is crazy.
oh, that's
Last-
crazy. And now he's a co-chair?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I mean, his red carpet looks are always so insane. And I feel like for guys, sometimes, not that it can't be fun, but I feel like a lot of times it ends up looking like very the same, like semi-redundant.
Yeah.
And he has a way of just like
No.
bringing new life to like, not basic things, but he brings new life to these styles, and he's cool and he experiments and he's so just expressive and just creative. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. I love that.
According to Vogue, the exhibit will feature garments, paintings, photographs, and more that explores the style of black men in the context of dandyism from the 18th century through present day.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be sick. That's like actually a really strong one.
Okay, Anna Wintour.
I love it.
Okay, girl.
I love it. Love all the co-chairs.
Yeah.
Ugh, fantastic.
I
I
mean-
didn't know they announced it so soon. Cool.
Yeah, no, when is, oh yeah, it's like in
May.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Better.
Can't wait.
Can't wait for everyone to start, 1,500 hours of whatever.
Yeah.
Building whatever
There was
costume.
like, this dress took 30,000 hours. I'm
Yes.
like, how many days is
and
that? Like-
700,000 beads. Okay.
Kim Kardashian calls for the Menendez brothers release. Did you watch that show, the Monsters show?
I actually didn't watch Monsters. I watched a little bit of the documentary actually last night.
Okay.
And I have been getting like little feeders in from my friends because everyone's been watching this and talking about it. I'm scared to watch it. I don't want to hear about little boys being raped by their father.
I
That
know.
scares me.
I didn't finish it. It put me in a weird mood.
It puts me, I was like, that is like them recounting those stories to me makes me uncomfortable.
There is one episode that is it is intense. That subject matter.
Yeah.
But that having been said, I honestly think it's great that Kim Kardashian is using her
platform and
her
voice.
platform and lawyer skills. So she said she's calling for their release. And I mean, I agree with her. I think it was so long ago. They're not going to murder anybody else. They did have something really horrific happen to them. And I honestly, I think let them out.
But I feel like people are playing two sides of the coin. They're like, either they were, sexually abused and assaulted by their parents, but there are a lot of people who think that they were
made it
lying,
up.
that
I
they
know.
were made that they made it up. And I didn't realize that was like a part of the story until like one of my girlfriends was like, "Oh, I think that they were lying about the whole thing." And I'm like, "Okay, wait. Like
No, it's
that's
crazy.
even a perspective I didn't."
Some people really believe that. Yeah. It's also crazy because Ryan Murphy, I think I read that he didn't like speak to them before making the show, and he was like, "Oh, I don't," or they had a comment and he was like, "Oh, I don't care what they think about the show" or something. And
Which
I
feel like, how do you,
kind of crazy
as a director, and like you're making this story, you don't care to how do you have the rights to this, one, but two, I'm like, how do you not talk to these people about their experience.
Yeah, exactly. Kim said, I doubt anyone would claim to be the same person they were at 18. She wrote, I know I'm not. In the piece, Kardashian runs down the brothers' sexual abuse at the hands of their father, the unfairness of their second trial, and their good behavior in prison. She said, had this crime been committed and trial today, I believe the outcome would be dramatically different. Then she called for their life sentences to be reconsidered. Also, she said that the O.J. Simpson trial contextualizes the Menendez trials. For more than 4 months after the Menendez mistrials, O.J. Simpson was charged with the murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ronald Goldman. She writes, then 8 days after Simpson's acquittal, opening arguments began in Eric and Lyle's second trial.
Right, which kind of skewed maybe like the jurors.
Yes.
And even just like the political climate of like
it was
the
just
justice system at that time.
Yeah.
That is honestly an unfortunate card that, you know, their opening statement started after the acquittal of OJ.
Yeah.
I think that definitely plays a part in it.
100%.
But I also feel like, I guess part of the story is that they shot their parents, you know, 15 times, you know, with a shotgun, and then, you know, lived off of their money for a couple months. That part like,
of the spending millions of dollars in the in the 8 months or whatever.
It feels gruesome. I'm like, and in my head, my first question was like, how do you like murder your parents and then like
just
go buy cars? Like that to me gives a little bit of like sociopathic like.
Yeah, I mean, some might argue that it's like they learned extreme compartmentalization because of the abuse that they had, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if Kim takes this on, because you know how sometimes she really like fights for people. Like, I wonder if she'll. But she also worked with Ryan Murphy on a different American Horror Story. She was in it, so that's interesting. I wonder if she had a chat with him. Interesting to see. We'll see.
Kim Kardashian.
Love lawyer
Johnny
Kim.
Cochran,
yeah.
You know.
Okay. Nearly a quarter of iPhone users say green bubbles are a dating deal breaker. Would you, if you got someone's number, would it be a deal breaker?
I mean, the pool is so small. So like, I feel like we couldn't, come on, green text. That's something we can fix.
Totally.
I got an old iPhone in my nightstand.
Yes.
So like we can fix that.
By the way, speaking of old iPhones, I swear to God, they need to be a little bit more subtle. This is not the story. This is just me ranting. Every single September when they come out with a new iPhone, like clockwork, my phone starts to act up. And I know they have a secret switch at Apple, okay? And I know it. And they click it, and everyone's phones start to be really slow and malfunctioning. And it's just like, why don't you just come out and be honest and say you're going to have to buy a new fucking iPhone for the rest of your life?
Yeah, because we're going to fuck your shit up every
be honest.
Every September.
At least look me in the face and be honest before you fuck me every single year.
Yeah.
Tim Cook, okay? Just be honest. Like, I swear to God, because I'm just like, I'm annoyed at this point. You're telling me this magical machine that has all this power only lasts good for 1 year.
Yeah.
When, by the way, remember our first iPhones would last for like 3-4 years. They were all fine. And now they've learned, we can pay force these clowns to pay us every year with one update. What update is really that good that they have given us? Absolutely fucking nothing, okay?
No, I know. And what I do, I went and bought the 16. Because
I
also
ordered
the
it.
15, the camera, which I feel like I do it for the camera. The 15 camera,
No, the camera was
so bad.
It was deeply offensive to everybody involved.
Like, what the fuck? So I was like, okay, now I have to upgrade.
No, I bought it already.
The 13s are like back, like nobody can get a 13 anymore. I was like, that's when the cameras were like chef's kiss. The 12, the 13.
So good.
So good.
No, this last camera was truly just an absolute like
dog shit.
Jail for whoever invented that. But anyway.
No, I'm not eliminating a guy for having green text message. Although it is annoying because it's like, you know, it's like Daryl hearted your message. Like, that's annoying as fuck. Like, come on.
But this is the most fucked up thing. So the survey asked, would it be a deal breaker for someone you were interested in to use a non-Apple iPhone? 31% of men said yes, and only 16% of women said yes. Be so for real. After everything, you're going to judge us on our hair, our boobs, our bodies, our teeth, and then also our iPhones. And meanwhile, you guys can't even pick a shirt that's nice. Like,
no,
you're ridiculous. Like,
no, see, like,
that's crazy.
They're stupid.
I hate
31%. I wish I could say that I was shocked, but
That's really honestly crazy.
No, the bar's in hell. I feel like, you know, you know what it is? More men need to get their ass beat by their moms. That's what it is. I always say, y'all are not getting your ass kicked at home. Then you enter into this real world and you're soft and you're just like wimpy. Everything's a deal breaker. You can't deal with anything. Sorry. Yeah. Like, not that we're shitting on men this entire podcast. But
no, we're not. It's just constructive feedback. Okay. Valentino Beauty names Charlie XCX as a brand ambassador. Edgy, bold, and unapologetically expressive, Valentino Beauty is thrilled to announce Charlie XCX as a new Valentino Beauty ambassador. Did you have a brat summer? Was it bratty? Did you partake?
No.
No? Oh.
No.
What would you say your summer had? Was it demure summer? God, remember demure? It really came and went.
No, so fast, right?
Yeah.
Like in the matter of 2 weeks. I would say it was kind of like demurtsy.
Demurtsy?
Sure.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh.
But like, yeah, no, I was honestly so tame. Honestly, I had a tired summer. Yeah. I was just trying to catch up.
Because you were working
constantly.
Because you were doing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, well, good for Charlie XCX.
But you can have a brat, winter, brat. What are we in? Fall, winter.
What's your vibe for fall? Like, what is your slogan for fall? You said you're returning. You cleaned your house. Mm-hmm, you're kind of recentering.
Recentering. Yeah. I don't know. I need to go on vacation by myself.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just trying to come into myself. I'm all about me right now. Let's figure myself out. You know, be on my consistent therapy schedule. Maybe go to a retreat. Figure out what I'm doing for the holidays. Mm-hmm. I'm just kind of a sick fuck. I'm honestly kind of already planning Q1 because, you know, we're
That's
Q4.
Not in line with relaxing more.
No, it's not. But like, you know, I don't know. I'm just trying to get myself
self-love fall.
Yeah. Maybe hang out with some friends. Just chill. Come down from like the past couple of months. Yeah. I'm not putting a bunch of pressure on myself.
I'm sure it's a lot. I mean, I'm sure filming is an intense experience and like going back and forth, like all the, it's a lot. So you need self-love fall. You need to just
self-love fall.
What's your cat's name again?
Jasper.
Yeah. He's a boy, yeah? Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
He's a crazy boy. If only I could find a man that's like so obsessed with me like he is. Like this morning I closed the door to go to the bathroom. Where is he? He's laying on the floor outside the bathroom. It's so cute when
they wait for you.
Like whenever I'm getting ready, he's sitting on the bed watching me get ready. Like if you are a single woman out there, you need to get a boy cat. No. You need to get one because the dedication, the loyalty.
No, like my boy cat is obsessed with me.
Obsessed.
He's my shadow. Like I can't do anything without, and I love it. And he looks at me so adoringly, and he's like, I sit down, he sits down too. I go to I go to the bathroom, I close the door, he's
right there.
And I'm like, oh, okay, watch me shower.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jasper will get in between like the plastic liner and the shower curtain and just he'll wait in there. And like I'm doing my skincare routine in the bathroom. He sits on the toilet, he'll watch me. If there's something he's interested, he'll get up on the counter. If I go to the room,
products. He's like, what cream are you using?
He's like, if I'm eating something, he was like, let me smell it. Like he has to he just needs to see. He just has to see.
God bless cats.
God bless them.
Oh, God.
I'm turning everyone into a cat person.
I know. Paige has a cat now.
No, I know. A
designer cat.
A designer.
Yeah.
No,
I would expect nothing less.
Yeah, you know. Girl. Mm-hmm.
Love.
I was like, Jasper was free. They forgot about him. I was supposed to just like trial him out for 2 weeks and they forgot. That's how I ended up with Jasper because I was honestly trying to return him. I was like, this cat is wild as hell. I was like, please take him back. And nobody ever followed up. So I was like,
it's the cat distribution system.
Yeah.
He chose you.
Truly.
Okay, Nara Smith, who I love, reveals the simple reasoning behind her ASMR voice in her videos. So in a profile with the Sunday Times, the 23, I cannot get over
she's 23.
She has three children.
That's...
She has a couture collection that rivals like the biggest heiresses in the world. Like,
what's her couture collection?
She has like all the best clothes. Like she's cooking in Chanel.
Oh! I thought you meant like she's designed by herself. I was like,
no, she just, like, she has like.
No, I'm like,
at 23, like I can't explain to you how A, ugly I was, and B, just like completely had no idea what I was doing.
No.
And she's just so poised. It's more than that. It's more than the kids. It's more than the clothes. It's like she has like a wise, like calm energy to her.
Yeah.
That is just. She's like...
No, but at 23, I was still sometimes stupid. Like how she's building this like empire.
And she's
also,
very smart,
how the
too.
hell could she cook like that at 23? Like,
That's true. It's also like, people don't get it. Like, she's a skilled chef, obviously skilled cook, whatever you want to say. But it's also like the thought process of figuring out like this new type of video, the editing. People don't understand how long that editing would take.
The video,
the filming, the different angles, the ASMR, the sound. That just she's just building this empire. And I love her so much.
I'm always very interested in the video. I'm like, how many cameras are you using? Are you doing 3, 4, or is all iPhone footage?
I always want to know.
I want to know are you changing the position of one camera? Like, that's annoying.
I know. I always think about it. Yeah, she's amazing. So anyway, she said she's a huge fan of ASMR, and the voice started because my kids were asleep on me or next to me, so I needed to talk very quietly so as to not wake them up. Then I got a few comments of people loving it, and I was like, okay, let's stick with it. I listen to ASMR a lot, so if I can tap into that, why not? She also shared why she started her From Scratch series on TikTok, crediting her upbringing in Germany for wanting to cook non-processed foods for her 3 kids, whom she shares with husband Lucky Blue Smith. I mean, I just like the food looks amazing.
I mean,
I just love her.
I just don't feel like I'll ever. My kids are definitely getting McDonald's.
No, of course.
Like, I don't foresee myself being a from scratch type of bitch. But you know what?
Good for her.
Goals.
Good for her.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we love you, Nora Smith. All right, let's watch 2 TikToks that I want your opinion on.
If you want to meet a man going out, you gotta act like you're on vacation. I'm just here for a good time, not a long time. Silly, goofy mood. I wrote a whole thing on my Substack about how you can tap into vacation energy. It's listening to tropical music at the pregame. It's making a cocktail, watermelon margarita, flicking it up, sitting outside, sharing clothes. This isn't my apartment. This is our Airbnb. Because how come every time I go out of town, I meet a man? Can't meet men in my own goddamn town. So from now on, it's local vacation. Mentally, yes, I'm in the tropics. Physically, in Los Angeles. It's a heat wave and I'm making a TikTok in my car. Coming to you live.
I thought that was such a good idea.
That's such a good idea because I feel like when you enter into a new town, you just it's a different energy. You're bringing a different energy. Like,
no, when you're on vacation,
you're ready
like,
to pop off.
And think about how much fun getting ready is when you're on vacation. Like,
yeah.
You do play music. Like, you do make yourself a fun drink. You're with your friends. You're like, oh my God, bring me that dress. We save all of our best outfits for vacation.
Outfits.
I'm so flirty when I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
I'm like, per our conversation before, I do approach men when I'm on vacation. I'm like, hey, like, what's up? Where are you from? Like, are you enjoying it? Oh my God, how nice is the beach today? Whatever. And then in New York, I'm like, or whatever, in LA, wherever I am, I'm like, oh, I guess I'll pour myself a glass of wine and I'll put on my same fucking going out top and my same going out jeans and I'll go to the bar and get mad at my friends and it's like, I'm going to do this all fall.
Yeah.
This is my vibe for fall.
You're already resentful. You haven't even made out the house yet. Okay. Like, all right. Yeah. This is a great method. I'm like, maybe I should just bust out my vacation outfits, wear them here first, then also wear them on vacation.
Exactly.
You know?
No, I love it.
That's a mindset.
For me, it's going to be called Vacation Fall because I'm going to have that mindset. I'm going to be so free and easy and like, I don't know. I'm just so much. I love my vacation self. I'm so chill. I'm so nice. I'm honestly way more my feminine on vacation. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get on the back of your ATV. Like, take me. Like, yeah. And here I'm like, oh, I'll get a cab. Like, I need to chill.
No, I feel like I need to take more vacations, honestly, and like relax because there's nothing like coming back from a vacation and you just feel lighter and airier. And I feel like if I can just, carry that on.
I know. I'm always afraid to say I need to take a vacation because people listening will be like, Tinx, you're always on vacation. I genuinely...
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know you think I am, but I'm usually... It's not like... I need to go on like a trip. Like I need to go to a beach with like my friends and not like be on my phone at all. And I know you're like, okay, influencing isn't a real job. That's fine if you believe that. That's okay. But like when I tell you, I went to Costa Rica like for
the New Year. Yeah.
And it like literally restarted my heart. Like I was so happy there. I came back. I was in such a good mood after that. I need to do another trip like that where it's not like in a city. It's a beach. It literally is so good for you.
Costa Rica is an insane magical place. I've gone the past 2 years,
so
like
fun.
I went 2 years ago over New Year's, and then I went for Christmas and my birthday this year, and I go by myself, and I go to like a wellness retreat
I love that.
for like at least 2 weeks. And like, first of all, the food there is insane. It's just like,
magical.
I come back a new person.
Me too.
When I come back from Costa Rica. It's like,
It's actually like,
So-
I do believe it to be like a magical place.
and I find myself craving that all year long, where I'm like, why don't I just do every 6 months, like go on a vacation, or every quarter or whatever? Because I feel like that makes me more focused and like,
I know that's the
productive.
crazy thing as well, is when you go on a trip, like truly just go to a beach and relax or whatever. I have so many good ideas. I always come back so
Yeah.
focused
Yeah.
and so like clear, like, okay, I need to cut off this person. I need to
Right.
spend more time with these people. I need to do this with my business.
Yeah.
You just need a second away from the grind, because it's
Exactly.
like, otherwise you just can't have any new thoughts.
yeah. And I feel like it just muddies everything, where like going on vacation can kind of like create a clear path and just like a
Yeah.
mindset.
Yeah. I'm going to Costa Rica again for New Year's this year.
Oh my God, Santa
I need
Teresa?
it. Yeah, maybe.
Can't disclose the location, guys.
Ciara, you are an absolute delight. Thank you for coming on my podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Do you want to plug anything? Where can people find you?
You
Watch SummerHouse if you already don't. I know everybody already does on here, so it's fine.
catch up? You can find me on Instagram, Ciara Miller with 3 underscores. TikTok, guys, my TikTok's a work in progress, but we're working on it. Go out and vote November 5th. And
Love that.
yeah,
Go out and vote, you guys. You better.
you better be registered.
Thanks for coming. Love ya. Bye.